This is a video that I'm doing. I just applied for CIS, so I'm on CIS. Well, not yet. I'm not on CIS yet, but I think I'll get on CIS. I mean, it's pretty open-ended. I mean, it's basically just like, do you need some support? Like, and it's just like, yeah. And it's like, okay, well, are you trying? Or like, are you a person? And it's like, yeah. And then from there, you can kind of just get some support. Like, I don't need that much. Like, honestly, I was kind of looking at it and I was like, I could almost like just probably live off this, really. Just straight up. And it has like, allowances and stuff. You can make money. I mean, for a guy. But the better thing about it is that they have to kind of investigate like, money that's possibly available to you. And, that way, I'll talk to them and be like, well, yeah, I mean, there's these monies and I don't know. It's fine. Like, I really don't care about finance stuff that much, and I'm really glad that all of the financial offers that I got were kind of just didn't get like communicated end to end properly. It's almost like Saskatchewan's failure to uphold the Pan-Canadian bilateral agreement worked out somehow in my favor. It's interesting because a lot of those end-to-end communications, if they'd gone through, they would have locked me in as like the guy looking at the XMLs forever. This way, it's more like I can just keep doing the thing, and whatever. I could kind of just get on CIS, It's really easy. I kind of need money. I need a little bit of money for sure. The thing is that frequently, people will be like, I'm disabled or whatever, and that's fine, and I'm pretty disabled too in the sense that I'm really, really annoying. And I can't do a jigsaw puzzle meant for a 3-year-old or whatever. But anyway, I want to talk about that's just my personal stuff. I guess I add a little 2 minutes of personal stuff because personal things make it more like real life or whatever, I guess. And people are missing real life. I certainly am, but I don't expect real life to come back. It's more like a new era of life now for everyone. From now on, forever. And that's just one of those things that happens occasionally. Oh yeah. So the topic that I wanted to discuss today was multiple valid perspectives and how there are kind of two aspects of having multiple valid perspectives. And one of them is acumen, okay, and that's what kind of in our in the EEI part of the syndicate, we say like, acumen is kind of the highest, having acumen, like being able to actually do things. But being able to actually do things in the context of multiple valid perspectives is it has a certain kind of meaning. Okay. Now, what we usually talk about when we talk about multiple valid perspectives is insight, and that's kind of like knowing what those perspectives are and knowing that they're valid, and you have insight into how those multiple valid perspectives they are truly valid. Like, I mean, they're not. It's not like there's one that's right and everyone else is bad, and that really is the insight, the MVP insight, and it's important to have that. Now, my first psychiatrist, a brilliant man, Peter C. Matthews, just truly brilliant, he loaded me up on stimulants at the age of like 12 or 13. Like, I didn't sleep for years. It's true, honestly. Like, he just loaded me. It's quite a crazy story, to be honest. People don't really believe me, but I mean, I don't know, the health records, unless they burned them or whatever, it'll show something. Got a lot of drugs really young. But that's cool. Well, that happens to lots of people. It's just normal, I guess. I don't find it that normal, but hey, take what you can get, right? But anyway, he said, you have insight, but you don't have action. Now, action, I mean, that's Superman comics. I don't know. I don't really know about action. Like, I mean, I don't even think that Mick Jagger said that word. And like, action, I mean, Face Off is a good movie. Okay? It's an amazing movie. Now, I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure that when I was 7, I decided to watch Con Air instead of Face Off. Now, whether that's a meaningful choice depends on your perspective. And I'm sure there are multiple valid perspectives about whether my 7-year-old decision to watch Con Air instead of Face Off had any impact on anything. Well, it certainly had an impact on my perspective of Nicolas Cage, for example. Con Air is a great movie too, actually. It's underrated. It's much better than Face Off, to be honest. Con Air is awesome. It's wicked. I don't remember a thing about it, but I know that it's a better movie than Face Off somehow. I just know that it is. I just want to believe that because I guess I'm a con, you know? As in, I'm in an area that is very conservative, and that's just the way it goes. You know, people are pretty conservative around here, and it's just the way it is, you know? I mean, you can't get away from it if you try. I mean, you can be a lefty shill around here for sure. It's normal, you know, but in terms of real leftist, like, movement, well, this actually is the original mutual aid community, but as it turns out, mutual aid is well, I'm sure there are multiple valid perspectives about what mutual aid even is, you know, because wanting to help someone who doesn't want to be helped by you is the old definition of mental illness. We called it hell-key. And these days, the only language that has the word hell-key, it's one word, is Finnish. And they just call it a tingle or a jingle. Anyway, thanks to RF for continuing to be my label. Thanks to RF for continuing to bring me here in, I mean, the principle, you know, in the principle, in the virtual, you know.